Hey, folks, it was a slow start offensively, doing parts of the high intensity of the defenses. Then the Niners got in their bag, pulling out the tricks, getting into the end zone. And, folks, they lead the Chiefs, that is, at the half by the score of 10-3 as we welcome you back to Allegiant Stadium and the State Farm action-packed halftime report. JB, along with the fraternity, let's talk about that first half, JJ.
Yes, we look at the Niners. They came out with incredible intensity. Their defense definitely led the way so far in this game. They've made some big plays. Let's take a look here. They started out early on. We got Bosa and Hargrave combining for a TFL, smothering the Chiefs offense right out of the gate. Here's Chase Young. Little talk about his effort last week in the AFC and NFC Championship. No trouble here with effort. He gets a sack here. He gets another near sack later on. Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the game, comes across here. Here we've got a fumble. Hargrave comes up with that ball as it's 49ers ball. And guess what they've done? Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends in the history of this game, one catch for 1 yard.
You know,
that's incredible.
And I think when you look at the first half of this game, I think you can see right now for Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be about his legs. They got to keep this spread out. That front four right now is dominating up front. So Kelce and his legs, the improvisation that he can do outside the pocket, that's going to be the key to the second half. I would open it up and up the tempo of their offense.
Here's the deal, guys. Everybody wanted to know what to expect from Brock Purdy. He has been poised. He's been relatively flawless. And when you think about them on offense, they have ran the ball for 50 yards in this first half. Unfortunate fumble by Christian McCaffrey, but they've been owning the defensive line of the Chiefs. Look at his throw to Connolly right here, guys. 6 different receivers. And by the way, Jake Brendel, the center of the San Francisco 49ers, should have called a legal man downfield. This touchdown should not have counted. But look at these numbers by Christian McCaffrey. If Kyle Shanahan learned anything from his previous 2 Super Bowls, keep running the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, what they're doing, San Francisco is winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Chase Young, haven't heard a lot from him since he's been out there in San Francisco, but he's beating the left tackle, Donovan Smith. That's been tough. And the offensive line, running the ball well enough to do what? So Brock Purdy can do the play-action pass. His protection's been very good. And Boomer, you're right. Good decision. A lot of good throws by Brock Purdy.
San Francisco's offense is playing physical ball, and George Kittle is leading the way. He had 1 catch, but it was called back because of a penalty. Now, here's the thing. In the second half, don't be fooled by him being quiet. He is going to go off. They'll utilize him, especially in the play action, keeping him tight, little chip, and then he's going to release and make plays. On the flip side, the Chiefs, they saw how San Francisco scored. You got to empty the bag. I know they wanted to get back to basics and not be too cute over the last few weeks, but now is the time that you open up every single play in that play.
You go back to who you were before, because right now the game's calling for Patrick Mahomes to take it into his hands.
This second half's going to come down to 2 things. It's going to come down to turnovers, which we've already seen a bunch of fumbles in this first half, and it's going to come down to can the Chiefs get the ball to Travis Kelce. 1 catch for 1 yard does not get it done for Kansas City.
JJ, this week we're seeing San Francisco come out and play like Kansas City did last week against Baltimore. They'll see the emotion, can it switch over?
Also know this, 7 points or more deficit for Patrick Mahomes. He's 8-2 in those situations. You win the Super Bowl in the second half, by the way. And a big loss for the 49ers. We haven't spoken about Drake Greenlaw. That is a terrible loss for them, but their defense has brought the intensity here in the first half.
So, fellas, Patrick Mahomes has not been comfortable in the pocket at all. They've kept him moving. Can San Francisco keep that same level of intensity defensively to keep him off schedule?
No doubt about it. Listen, it's one thing to flush Patrick Mahomes out of the pocket. It's another thing to smother the wide receivers. What we're seeing, either they're physical at the line of scrimmage or they're disciplined when they're passing off their zone obligations. So for me, it's about that defense being aggressive, not just in the rush, but also the DBs against the wide receivers.
And for Patrick to be patient, to take what they're going to give him and to wear them down. Right now, the passing game is going to have to be your running game. So the quick passing game, the checkdowns, that also is a way of slowing down the rush.
And one way they're doing it is they're doing it with a 4-man rush. Right. You only need to use 4 guys up front to get pressure. You got that extra guy in coverage. And as a defensive lineman, you love when you're only rushing 4 and get home because you get to eat.
And that fumble killed any momentum that Kansas City could have gotten earlier in the game. They had to wait until that final drive. Now remember, they start the second half here with the football. Let's see what kind of adjustments they're going to get. And the other thing too, that Travis Kelce thing on the sideline with Andy Reid, I did not like it.
No.
That tells me that they are frustrated.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, but they do that all the time.
I understand that's
happened in the
frustration.
seven. I do believe that Kansas City should go into a little bit of it. Here it is right here. I mean, he really caught him off guard, and you can see Kelsey's very frustrated.
Don't yell at your
Andy
head
Reid
coach
doesn't
like
play
that.
that, but they need to get into a hurry-up offense. I'm not saying 2-minute drill.
100%.
Don't rush, but see if you can catch that San Francisco.
Quick
defense off
question
guard.
then. So as we talk about the second half, Bill, you and I said it. This sets up a great second half because it's been like a championship fight the first half. It ought to be a great matchup in the second half.
No doubt about it.
All right, folks. Hey, and the State Farm halftime show continues.
This has been the State Farm Action Packed Halftime Report.